You are live.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta get us to go live.
This is the joy of streaming on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook Business, Facebook Personal, my LinkedIn, my Gram, your Gram.
At least you can now.
It's a little tricky,
It's,
but we're embracing
it's
technology.
yeah, I'd say it's more finicky.
What's the difference
Okay.
between finicky and tricky?
Well, finicky because I'm not performing tricks. Number one.
Why does it look like?
Anyway,
What is this that shows? Oh, this side. What is?
I don't know.
Every day, this is new for me.
It's your skincare
It's
regimen.
no, it's only when I get on a live.
Okay, okay. We're talking today about how to. So,
Anyway.
As marketers, we often get asked by people and clients, and how do you guys do it? How do you put on an event, or how do you create a day and get people butts and seats? And Lisa, I give Lisa kudos. It's not my thing. I never want to have a live event. I don't want to be in front of people all the time, and not me.
I like how you said Lisa and you pointed to me like they don't know who I am.
So people always ask us, how do you do it? And I don't want to say it's easier. It's easy to come up with the idea. Like we find a lot of people have ideas about, I have this great idea about how to create an event, what I want the event to be like,
Ideas are fun.
The experience I want.
Yeah.
And then they get stuck on crap. How do I get it up and how do I get people there? So the first
That's why
thing,
people don't do it.
Let me talk. Shh. 1 second. So the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out when the thing is going to be. When's the date?
Don't look at me. I'm not allowed to talk.
And these two might coexist. So you might have to find the date and find the venue if you're doing it live somewhere at a place. If you're doing it virtually, different story. So we're going to talk about live event venue. Yeah, now you can talk.
Okay, I just want to say, I'm letting, normally I talk all the time, but I'm letting him, before people start going, oh my God, he's saying she can't talk. He's a jerk. No.
Now watch the other 100 lives.
And we decided we would let Eric lead this one. But what I want to say is, once you put a date on a calendar, it becomes real. I was the same. I had a vision to do this event that we're doing February 10th since I started doing my solo show in 2022. It took me 2 years, but when I put the date on the calendar, it made it real. So that is the very first commitment that you need to have. Okay, step 2.
Okay, so date, venue, locked in. Now you need to have somewhere for those people to go. Simplest thing would be you could create an Eventbrite. So it's free. I think, don't quote me on this. They may take a piece of the sales on Eventbrite. So if they're handling the monies, they may take a piece of it.
When you say a place for people to go, you mean go to buy tickets?
Yeah, like where are these people going to buy tickets from, right? If you're selling, if it's free, I believe Eventbrite would be completely free. You can set up the event page. You get a link. You can now do what you need to do with that. We'll get to that next. That's the next part, marketing.
I want you to do it on your website.
Okay, so I'm getting there. I told them this is your basic, most easiest option, absolutely free. If you have a brand or you have a website already existing, then obviously you would put it there. Now you may say, yes, I do have a website, but how do I take payment? Right? So now, So now you can, if you're in that position, now you can create the web page and then add the Eventbrite for payment purposes.
Still with you.
Or you can do a PayPal link and do a PayPal.
Okay.
Now the hardest part.
Too many decisions.
No, that part I think you can handle. So now, okay, so you have to create a web page, you have to create Eventbrite. Well, you need content, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to need graphics. Okay, well, simplest form of getting a graphic put together, thing called Canva exists. So if you go on Canva, they have all these templates you can choose from, and you don't have to be crazy tech savvy. You can
I'm already tired. Can I just pay someone to do this?
Yes, you can definitely pay us or someone definitely to do this.
Okay, keep going. Graphics.
So create a graphic. You create your copy, you talk about the event, what they're going to experience at the event. You want to talk to them as if they were coming to the event so that they're excited about the event.
Mhm.
Now, call to action is buy your tickets.
Right.
You have a place to sell tickets. You're good. You're set. Now, the last piece is how do you get people to see it?
Well, there should be an email that goes out when they buy a ticket so that they know they have a ticket and what they should expect and that they're good to go.
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
Now
you
keep
should.
going.
Yeah, you should set that up in advance. You don't necessarily have to because whatever the system is. So say you're using Eventbrite. Eventbrite already has that in place.
Yeah.
You
Or-
could
or
just send an
Kajabi
email,
or your
or
website.
it could just say simply,
Okay.
"Thank you so much for buying a ticket."
Now the bare bones are done.
Yeah.
Which God, that was a lot.
Now it's time to get it out in front of people so they have butts. So you have butts and seats. So that part is where we come in, and is the biggest piece that people are like, I don't know how to do that. So if you just go bare bones, you can just do social media. So Lisa is the queen of creating posts and content, and she does a really good job. I would be shocked if people in her radar
I know.
don't know that
They
she's
know.
having an event coming up. So she has an event coming up February 10th. So
The first one.
so if people didn't know, they like, okay, that's fine. That you could say you don't know, which is great. That's totally valid. Not saying that we get in front of everybody because Facebook, if Lisa's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, you name it. So there's probably a small percentage, like 1-2% who don't know, and that's fine. That's not your goal. Your goal is not to get in front of every single person. It's to get in front of the majority. And then the next part is if you find that that's not enough, you could then run some ads. And that's spending a little bit more money. So what we do is we say, okay, if the event costs X, we need to have a marketing budget of that. So let's say hypothetically, we're going to sell 100 tickets at $50 a piece. Okay, that's $5,000, right? Right?
Mhm.
Okay. So now the $5,000, that's perfect. That's the best case scenario. Of that $5,000, how much is it going to cost for the day? You figure that out. How much do you want to take home? You figure that out. And then you say, I need a piece of this. I don't care if it's $100. It could be $100 that I'm going to run some traffic for.
Can I talk yet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Why are you so defeated when I ask if I could talk?
Because you told me you wanted me to do the whole thing.
I just want to add on. I can't add on.
Okay.
I would like to add that notice he said it's like a line item. How much do you want to spend? Nobody ever adds their marketing as a line item.
Very true.
It's
Most people
important.
don't.
Everybody, they'll budget for the venue and the
Or-
food and the tickets and the system and the website and that's just to get you to the starting line.
Or they do what I just did and they
Yeah.
go, oh, you want me to
Marketing-
spend money on ads?
Yes.
That's just going to be a waste
Everyone
of time.
always asks me, how do I sell out? How do I
Or
get
sell
butts and
events.
seats? How
Yeah.
do I we put money on ads. We
But-
do warm market and cold market.
yeah,
We do
exactly. It's not
organic
just that one
and-
thing.
We do organic, we do paid. I go in my Facebook groups and the moms groups and the business groups and the women's groups and the parent groups and all the groups
And the non-profits
on
and
their Monday marketing messages when you're allowed to post. But I'm also active in there and I'm liking other people's things. And it's kind of this ecosystem that whether it's an event or really anything, that's a mix of your connections, your referrals, your presence, your visibility,
Yeah.
the bare bones, and then as well as your organic and your paid.
yeah,
marketing.
how you do your outreach. So
Mhm.
the last piece of this that from our experience and what we've experienced. So as some of you may know, Lisa has run her show nationally or internationally.
Scotland, New York
And
City, and then
across the
Hollywood.
board, most people don't decide to
My
buy
gosh.
tickets until literally, like, I would say 72 to 24 hours before the event.
Even for February 10th, people are like, "Can I get my ticket the day of?"
The
I'm
door
like,
at the door.
not
And I get
ideal,
it, but I
yeah,
get it.
that's-
Like I always say this, like we'll have conversations about this, and I always say, well, think about us. I'm not going to make a decision for next Saturday today. Never.
Yeah, so don't be discouraged.
So
if-
don't be discouraged if your numbers are low.
right.
You may have 10 tickets sold, and then the day of, you may get 30 people, 40 people. And that's what Lisa has experienced. Like every day, Edinburgh Fringe, we were the day of, never, I don't even think once did we have that number as an accurate
No.
number when Lisa
And
actually
sometimes
stepped
it
on the
was like
stage.
it went from 10 to 30. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it was like not even like from 10 to 12
Yeah.
or 10 to 15.
Or it went
like,
from like 4 to 18.
yeah. Or
Because
the one
like
time in
I would be,
Hamilton-
so it'd be funny because I would be the one, I would be out in the seats and I would be able to see everyone coming in. Lisa doesn't know this. So Lisa's
No.
going behind the curtain. She's like,
Yeah,
okay. And
that's the
she's
best.
thinking,
Oh my
oh, I
god.
sold 4 seats. I got 4. So I'm going to walk out. There's going to be 4 people right there. And then I would just see like, holy crap, 18, 19, 20, it's 23 people. And then she would come out and I could only imagine that like,
Oh my god.
holy shit,
Yeah.
there's supposed to be 4 people. There's
Yeah.
25.
Yeah. That happened at Hamilton Fringe once too. We were supposed to have like 40, I think, and we ended up with like 68.
Crazy,
And I was
crazy.
like, like
That's-
30. We were supposed
that's
to
a
be like
packed house.
30 or something, and we ended up with like 68. And I can remember looking out, just going, "Oh my god, there's a lot of people here. Like that's more than 30 people.
Yeah.
Holy crap!" So it's very cool. So yeah, don't be discouraged. It takes time, but you need all of that when it comes to your ecosystem. If you
So I want to close with one other thought that I
Oh,
had because
okay, do it.
so
You got really excited about that.
well because you may have fear, like people may have fear, and at the end of the day, let's go. What did they used to call it in This Is Us? Remember they used to do this?
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case. Let's play worst case scenario. 24 hours before, 0 tickets sold, you can cancel. Not even 24 hours, actually the day of, you can cancel. Or you can figure that out. It's all figure outable. So it's all not for none. At worst case scenario, okay, it's going to cost you what, $100, $200, whatever.
Put your down payment down.
Right?
Your,
At the end of the day, you still got to do the thing. You still put momentum towards the thing. And that scares people because they think, well, no, what
It's
if
all
nobody
for none,
comes?
Yeah, like the measure of success.
Yeah, like I don't even know how many mentors and how many big names we've talked to. And you know what they all say? My first event, I had 4 people there.
And they counted the water
And it was the water boy, my mom, and the sound technician. So I had one person. Almost everybody has that same story. And
But it grows.
it grows. We lived it. We lived it. And it
When
is
you don't give up.
scary. It's a scary thing, but it's equally, I don't do it, so I don't know this side of it, but it's equally as exciting, I'm sure.
It's when it's your thing, it's cool.
Yeah.
When you look at it at the end of the day and you're like, I brought that, I had that vision, me and my team, or maybe if it's just, me, myself, and I, it's like brought that thing to life. And I'm doing it. And I'm not going to quit because it matters to me. So whether I get 1 person or 100 people or 1,000 people, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing it.
And we just did this. We hopped on with a great business partner that we're working with. And he had this great idea. And he's like, we should do a joint venture event, maybe in the fall and maybe. And I said, it's done. It's happening. And if you are sitting on that fence, come talk to me.
Put the date on the calendar.
Come talk to me because you
When
just got to do it.
When I put the date on the calendar and signed the contract, it
That's it.
became real. And then when you realize that you need people like your marketing team, or for me, for a theater show, when it's my tech person, my sound person, like when people are how do I say this? When other people are impacted because you sign the contract and you put the thing down, you have to succeed because it becomes real.
Yeah, it's rooted now. It has life.
Like I'm like, me signing a contract means I'm putting
life.
lights on the theater is being supported.
Yeah.
Right. The person I'm paying for
They're getting
tech is
people in
putting
there.
food on their
They're getting
table.
awareness.
People are buying tickets.
Yep.
Well, shit, they're coming. So now I got to do it. Like when you say yes and you put the date on the calendar, I mean that's the first thing, and then you can figure out all the rest.
All the rest.
Cool. Good job, honey.
So that's all we got for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.